you, everybody. We will go ahead and call the regular City Council meeting of Holbrook, Arizona to order at 7:01 p.m. May 11th, 2023. Roll call. Everyone is in attendance except for Vice Mayor Payne, who is excused. We will go into the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilman Black, followed by our invocation by Councilman Nelson. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our dear Father in heaven, we're grateful that we could be here this evening. Please bless us with thy spirit as we discuss and plan and help the citizens of Holbrook. Please bless us that we can do thy will in what we're assigned to do. And bless the members of our community, the members of our schools. And we say these in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. All right, moving on to item number 4, consent agenda of the April 27, 2023 regular meeting. Everybody should have had a copy of it in their packet. Do we have a motion? I know everybody's exhausted,
I'll second.
All right. So we had a motion by Councilwoman Pacheco, seconded by Councilman Nelson. Is there any discussions? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. With that, we have item number 5, call to the public for non-agenda items, and we do have a few. So it looks like we have 3 of them. We will start with Colleen Marsh. If you'll state your name and where you're from.
I'd be happy to. Colleen Marsh. I'm from here now. This is my home, 7 years and counting. Delighted to be here. Council people, city manager, and loving people of Holbrook. Hopefully this message gets far and wide. I'm representing the Friends of the Holbrook Animal Shelter tonight. And if you are following us on Facebook, you might have seen about a dozen daily posts of all the animals that we have. We're bringing in tons of kittens, tons of puppies, lots of dogs and cats that just need some love. And we're asking for fosters. We have recently, as of today, thanks to Robin bringing it to our attention, we've revised a little bit of our foster program. So we're not requiring fingerprinting as part of the application process. Still needed for, if you're coming to the shelter as part of supervised care for those animals. It's very important when you're in that facility to still act incredibly safely. But if you're bringing these animals into your home, we provide you with all the materials you might need to care for those animals, all the food, the little baby bottles for the kittens. So we really are hoping that folks can call us with their interest. We have immediate need of about half a dozen animals that need care right away. So thank you. If you need to contact us, you can call actually the shelter number if you're interested, or just email us at thefriendsoftheholbrook@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, next we'll hear from Cindy DeFoya. Maybe you two can work together with your event.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm just here to tell you about a few things that are coming up with the Chamber. We have the Old West Fest that's going to be in June 9th and 10th. We're going to start off on the 9th with an art show, and we're inviting food trucks to come and join us that evening. Kip Wolford is in charge of that. He's bringing in a lot of artists and demonstrators, and so it's going to be a fun night that evening. The next day we're going to start off with the Bucket of Blood races. We're hoping to get that registration up and going soon. We're just working with a few little things that are kind of holding us back, but we're really working hard on trying to get that going. But Bucket of Blood, we're looking to have the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon with that this year. At 9 o'clock we start our event. It's from 9 to 9. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have entertainment. We have competitions, chili competition, pie eating competition, horseshoe tournament, We are trying to bring back the Battle of the Bands. Some of you might remember when they had that years ago. We want to incorporate that back into the Old West Fest. I have one band so far that's interested in coming, so if you know anybody that plays, please send them our way. It is a $125 entry fee, but it is a $1,000 prize if we can get all of the bands to come that evening. We also have the Junior Rodeo, so we're partnering with the Navajo County Fair, so they're putting on the Junior Rodeo. It's going to be Friday and Saturday. This year's the first year we're going to charge to get in, so it's $2 to come in through the gate, but that gives you access to everything that's there, including the rodeo. We're also going to start our entrepreneurship workshops. That's going to be in July and August. We have 2 set in July, 2 set in August. We did this last year. It was very successful. So we're doing that again in partnership with SBDC. In June, we're going to have a digital presence training, and that's open to all businesses and all entrepreneurs. And again, this is just where we want to continue to encourage our local businesses to really understand and take hold of their understanding of their digital presence, how to manage their Google accounts, how to utilize social media and keep things current on there, because you guys all know now more than ever, people just go straight to Google or straight to, you know, your Facebook page to see what's going on with you. So we want to help everyone to ensure that they understand how that works and use it to their benefit. So, and I'll have those flyers out. I'll send it to the city office so that those can get distributed.
All right, thank you.
What is SDPC? Is
Small Business Development Center.
okay, thank you.
So,
Yes. Right.
and
Thank you.
everybody in attendance gets a kitten, right?
Yes. Got that right.
All right, thank you very much. So, all right, next is, and I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong, Ray Sakarian?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mayor, Council. I'm Ray. I own a warehouse on Alvarado, near the railroad station, near the railway. I have been, there were with me 2 other neighbors. They left because they couldn't wait so much. So what is this about? Our buildings are getting, damaged by the speedy trains. Most of the trains go slowly, but there are quite a few, maybe 30, 40 a day. We're having an earthquake 30, 40 times per day. So I have a crack in the slab in my warehouse, showed up recently. One of the neighbors, the roof collapsed. So all we're asking, and that's why I came here, is for the city, just like many other cities on the railroad, to impose a speed limit for the trains. There, if you look around, the trains in other cities go 5-10 miles an hour. Here, if you look at the trains, some of them, very heavy trains, they go 30-40 miles an hour. That's not acceptable because it destroys our properties. We pay taxes, and it's only fair that the city will take care of us. Obviously we can go and sue left and right, sue the railroad and say, you will fix my property because you damaged it, but that's not fair. It's not correct. So all we're asking in good faith for the city to take care of it is very simple. The city will impose a city ordinance, and that's it.
Right, thank you for coming. So,
What was the last name?
so do you spell your last name S-E-C-A-R-E-A-H-U?
And you.
N-U. All right. Thank you. At this time, we're not allowed to have a discussion with you, but we can tell you that we can look into see if there's any potential options, with BNSF, and we can say we can look into it.
All right,
Okay?
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and I believe that was all
That's it,
for
yes.
the non-agenda items. Moving on to item number 6, call to the public for agenda items. There are none. All right, item number 7 is new business. And this is the resignation of Vice Mayor Payne. In your packet, the council was given a letter of resignation from Vice Mayor Payne. She said, I won't read the entire thing, but she did say, please accept this as my letter of resignation from the City Council of the City of Holbrook, Arizona, effective May 11, 2023. And she did, I guess, want to offer thanks to the people of Holbrook for the opportunity to serve and learn as a council member over the past 8 years. Because I have served with many good people and cherished the friendships that developed. Thanks also goes to the unsung heroes, the city employees. And special thanks go to the council members and city manager Ted Soltis, who have worked hard over the last few years to move the city into the best position in some time for growth and development. Many sacrifices have been made, but our infrastructure has benefited. We now have clean, updated properties, new equipment, more training opportunities for employees, and offer a fair wage with adjustments every year to give our employees every incentive we can to do their best for the city. It hasn't been flashy, but I believe you will see more of the effects in the near future. Thank you, Francie Payne. So, Manager Soltis, you'll have to help me out on this one. Do we just accept it? Do we have to?
Sure.
If we,
Yep, I just accept that.
So.
We can't drag her back.
No, it is a little bit of a funny
No,
scenario,
it's
but
okay.
yes, you accept her resignation.
So we'll accept her resignation. With-
Regretfully, right?
Yes, regretfully, accept her resignation. So Francie, I don't even know how long she's been on the council, but it's been a long time.
8 years.
8 years, so when she gets back, we will make sure we acknowledge her and do something nice for her here. Maybe give her a kitten. So, with that, Manager Soltis, I know I'm putting you on the spot, I apologize. Would you be prepared to, I can go over what the charter says as far as the appointment, and then maybe you could do some clarification if that's
Sure,
okay?
yeah. Let's do
So,
that.
let's do that. So, when you do have a council member's vacancy, in the charter, it says, per city charter, section 2.12, vacancies in the council and office of mayor. Says in case of vacancy for whatever reason in the council, the remaining members, including the mayor, shall by majority vote select a qualified person. The vacancy in the council shall be filled within 31 days, but not less than 15 days from the date the council receives notice of vacancy or accepts the resignation of one of its members. The appointed council member shall serve until the next general election or until a successor shall have been qualified. Then just go some clarification on who can then apply for that position. It says per city charter section 2.06, qualifications of mayor and council. It says council members shall be qualified electors of the city. Council members shall have physically resided in the city of Holbrook for at least 2 years preceding the date of such election of appointment. Council members must reside within city limits during the term in office. If the council member shall cease to possess any of these qualifications except as provided herein, or shall have been convicted of a felony or any offense in violation of official duties, the office shall be immediately become vacant. No person is eligible to stand for election or serve as council member while employed by the city. So the recommendation from city administration is to advertise the position, and then we'll hold interviews and select a new member on June 8th. So Manager Soltis, will there be a packet? How do they send in a letter of intent?
Yes, so I would advertise the position and they would send in a letter of intent. And then we would hold interviews on the 8th. You can't have it at the next, well, you could have it at the next meeting, but then you couldn't appoint. That's within, because the next meeting is 14 days. So they would have their, send a letter of intent, and we could hold interviews at the next meeting. That's one option that is available. And that's an option that I have on here. I think there may be other options that some of the other council members might have or thoughts they have. It's not set in stone, there's no particular way that we have to do it, but this is one of the techniques that we've used in the past.
Yeah, and I've seen this many times where we can just do it. Yes, Councilwoman.
So, we just had a recent election, and I know the next person under was very close in votes. Can't we just take that, like my opinion or my strong feeling and thoughts is instead of having to go through all of that all over again, and we've already just recently had an election, cause if we didn't agree to that, whoever the interview, put the letter of intent was, then we'd have to have a special election, which, I mean, can get costly and delays time. So we just, is that not an option to just go with the next person?
Well, tonight we won't be making
Well,
any
not- yeah,
decision
not
because
today.
it's not on agenda anyways. I mean, I'm not even saying to, we can't even vote on the procedure here. At this point, I would recommend going, this is how traditionally it's been. It's been 9 months since the last election, so that was in August, the last election. So I think it's been enough time that I think it's fair to at least let somebody come and have a chance to come, and if there's other people that are interested in applying, like I said, that is how we have done it. Unless it's been immediately after, I've never seen anybody go this long in that amount of time. We would, the person coming behind, if they would like to run, I think that's great. I think that's fair.
But we
To
have
give them a
1
chance,
month.
so.
We have to fill
It's
within
only-
15 days, and then it has to be filled within 31?
But it's the
No less
vote
than
of the
15.
council,
It is,
right?
it is a
It's
vote of
not-
the
It's
council.
not of the population, it's of the council.
Unless we don't agree on that one person.
Right, and if it splits 3-3, then
And then there's an election.
there's
So,
elections.
and so hopefully it won't come to that. So,
Well, and by your leave, Mayor, I think that the public did speak last election. I know it's been 9 months. We don't even know if that next person would be willing to serve.
exactly.
So, you know, if that next person does put his hat in the ring, I think it might be a good process. We don't have anything written down saying that we will do this process. We just go by the charter, section 2.12, and we can appoint someone without necessarily going through that process, especially when the public has already spoken.
Well,
I respectfully disagree. I think it would be good to let it go to the public.
so.
Is that right, respectful?
Yes, so, and the charter does say, you know, says shall by the majority of votes, so it should be a vote. I mean, we're gonna follow the charter. And if that person from the last election would like to come, I think that's great. And so we do it, and then we'll follow the charter by saying, in case of vacancy for whatever reason, shall by majority vote select a qualified person, and so that is, by law, this is our charter, this is what we follow, so.
Either way, the process, we can decide on whatever process we want, but we're still, whatever process we use, we're still following the charter.
Well, all right. Well, at this point, let's move on with the recommendation of the manager. If you can go ahead and advertise that position. And we may only have one person. Hopefully we get somebody. So, and so with that, we'd like to go ahead and move on to item number 8, summary of current events. So, I will begin, let me find my notes. May 18th, we have the Run to the Wall, and we want to thank the American Legion. They always do a great job hosting that. And for all the volunteers that go into feeding them, and it's quite a show when everybody comes into town, and we appreciate them. Also, a big thank you to Navajo County Fairgrounds for another successful junior high and high school rodeo event. They bring in a lot of people, and it's quite the event in town. You can't go through town without seeing horse trailers all through town. So, this next few weeks there are going to be a lot of concerts at the schools. So we apologize for those that were not able to go see grandchildren and children tonight. So, but go support the school. They put on a great program. And with that, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. And so if you see a teacher, thank them. We appreciate them. It's a tough job, and so we appreciate them. With that, that is all I have. So we'll go on to council members. Councilman Dixon,
I don't have anything, thank you, Mayor.
Councilman Nielsen.
Boy, just like what you were saying, graduation's coming up and baseball. The pool will be opening soon. Mother's Day's on Sunday, and I think we should all thank our mothers and those that we know that are mothers. And Teacher Appreciation Week, and Frances Payne, my heart's broken that she's leaving the council. She's one of the reasons why I got involved. I've worked with her for 35 years in different projects in the community, and she's just really a godsend to Holbrook. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Pacheco.
I would just like to remind everyone that not everybody utilizes Facebook. I know there was a big discussion, and unfortunately it was all on Facebook, and every time I would go out and talk to people, I mean, we all have our emails, addresses online. My number's probably plastered all over this town for everything I was in. But, you know, just let the general public know that they can still contact anyone in the council, because not everybody uses Facebook and gets on Facebook, because you can't ask a question, you can't answer a question, there's no proper discussion on Facebook, because then it ends up in like a big old mess. So, just, you know, my email is out there, my phone, my messenger, if I mean questions, concerns, thoughts, opinions, I'd rather you come to me, let somebody know, and not always put it on Facebook, because it is not always gonna get before the people it needs to go to.
Right, thank you. Is that all?
Right, that's it.
Thank you. Councilman Black? Councilwoman Pack?
Just to reiterate what she said, I'm a social media, I don't use it, so so you can contact me a different way. But and also the bucket of blood races, hopefully we'll have a good show up for that. If anyone's planning on doing the half marathon, it will be a difficult run, so but hopefully we get people that'll show up anyhow.
All right, thank you. All right, Manager Soltis.
Sure, okay, as a reminder, the budget work session is scheduled for the next meeting on May 25th at 5 o'clock. Please mark your calendars. And I'll try to remember to send a reminder out. I apologize for not sending a reminder out for this meeting. I have an update on the Charter Review Committee. As a reminder, Article 16 amendments, Section 16.02 Charter Review of the Charter reads, the mayor, with the approval of the council, may appoint a committee of 7 electors of the city to review this charter for applicability and content to best serve the city of Holbrook and its citizens at least once every 4 years. Elected officials, appointed city department heads, and city employees are prohibited from serving on the committee. An ad was placed in the newspaper and on our website for the Charter Review Committee. We have received 8 applicants, and the applicants we received are Richard Peterson, Kent Darris, Meryl Young, Robin Gonzalez, Rebecca Slade, Stephen Carbono, Connie McPherson, and Gretchen Herndon. So I'll place the Charter Review Committee on the next agenda for approval. And finally, ADOT is continuing to work on I-40. Expect delays east and westbound between Perkins Valley Road through Holbrook until May 12th due to a pavement project. So please plan accordingly, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Item number 9, submission of written petition for items not on the agenda. There are none. With that, item number 10, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
I move that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Wait, because it's the budget review.
Oh my goodness.
So it'll be still that 4th Thursday.